This speech topic is over what society needs. I think the society needs a moral compass, more work ethic, and less dependency on technology. I also think that we today have unwarranted sense of entitlement. Members of society need to be held accountable for their actions individually, but as a whole, society needs to be reminded of what our earlier generations believed. One of the big topics that I believe is a problem with society is that we are wholly dependent on technology. We aren't able to have face-to-face conversation anymore. It's all through a screen or a speaker on a phone. You miss valuable moments in your life. Say you're at a recital for your kid and your camera breaks. You're too busy worrying about your camera trying to start working, and you miss the whole thing. Something that I think we also lack is mentality of the older generation. As I was saying before, you lack the face-to-face skills. Also, we lack respect. That's something that I guess was not taught to us, or we just didn't inherit. We aren't respectful to one another, and we also don't have self-respect. You have to treat yourself right and the same way you treat others. Work ethic is also something that was not taught, or we did not inherit well. We also aren't thankful for the stuff that we've been given most of the time, and we have dependency on material items that the older generations didn't possess. Work ethic is another problem that I think we have. We're lazy and we don't want to work, but we want the items. We have wants and not needs, and we're more worried about the wants and not the needs. Pendle says that the road to adulthood is becoming a long one. Marriage, parenthood, long-term jobs, and home ownerships are all being delayed. They're being delayed based on the fact that we don't want to assume responsibility for ourselves. It's just we want to live in as a kid after we're supposed to grow up and get out of the house. According to Twinge, we have been taught to expect a job by simply going to a job interview because we think we deserve stuff that we don't necessarily deserve. We also don't possess a moral compass. A bunch of us don't, and the biggest problem with that is violence and crime, domestic violence, rape, robbery, theft. And also, I think that something that is the biggest part of a moral compass is the golden rule, and that's do unto others as you would have others undo to you, Matthew 7:12. And we all want to be treated equally. Also, I think we need to be held accountable for our actions. We need to stop playing the victim, and if we want something, we need to get up off our own butts and do it ourselves. We need to apologize when it's needed, and we need to accept punishments because of our decisions that we've made. That's also part of taking your responsibility. I think that all of these things that I've spoke about is something that this generation and society needs. Somehow our generation has become self-centered, materialistic, and less respectful. If society implemented these things, I think America would be a better place. We need to quit worrying about ourselves and start worrying about society as a whole and how we treat others. When you look back, do you want to remember living your life and having fun and living the moments and loving them, or do you want to look back and remember yourself being completely miserable the whole time?